Welcome. We're in the pool for the aquatic therapy, so there's a lot of things we're going to be talking about today. So when we're going in the pool, the deeper you go, so more deeper this way, it's going to go higher and higher, and that's going to take off more weight off of your body. Now, the more shallower you go, and that's going to be less for balance, but more like putting more demand on the body as well. So another thing in the pool is how slow you go is actually going to make it super easy versus super fast. That drag in the water is going to be the resistance aspects. And you can make it even harder by having a pool noodle. Now, a pool noodle, so again, I'm very cheap. You can go and buy a water noodle and a water dumbbell, and they're stupidly expensive. You can buy a pool noodle, cut it in half, cut it in quarters, and you can tape it up and use duct tape. But you will get some water in there. You just have to squirt the water out at the end of it. That's totally fine. So the density of the pool noodles does make a difference. So we have this is the least dense, and it's very small. As you can see back here, this is going to be a little bit more resistance. There's even bigger resistance as well. So I'm going to just do So I'll do the kind of the most least resistance for this one. So again, here is you can just be resting on the water versus semi-submerged versus all the way submerged. And that's gonna give you the most support all the way submerged, and just a little bit submerged is gonna be in the middle, and just barely just using that is, as you can see, it's not helping you much at all. And again, when you're in the water, you can have it here, here, and here at all those three levels. I like this one because it's going to open up your chest and it's going to engage your rotator cuff a lot more, and we can fully submerge it right here, and you do your exercises back and forth. So I believe that is the basics for the pool. Now let's go on the warm-up. I like to do this walking warm-up, and it's going to begin as just walking across the pool, nice small steps. And I try to just mimic what you normally would be walking. You can probably see my hands, they're going to be going forward like this and then pull back. So forward, pull back. So that is number one, is going to be small steps walking. Now you can do long steps walking, and you're going to try to take as big a step as you can. Yeah, I'm going to want to do this. I'm trying to keep my core braced the whole time while I'm doing it. So that's going to be, number two is going to be the forward walk with long steps. But then you also can go backwards. So backwards is going to be small steps. Again, trying to keep your body upright. We're not trying to be angling back and forth. And again, you can have your hands out here. You can have the noodle fully submerged. I don't have a noodle right now. And then next, we have the long. We're going to try and go as far back as possible. Again, I'm not going like this, reaching back. I'm trying to stay upright. I'm trying to tuck my tail, engage my stomach while I'm going back. Every time I take a step, I feel a nice, good stretch right in my front of my thigh, stretching my hip. And then the other options. So again, I'm going to just demonstrate the noodle walking. So again, noodle, I'm going to just have it barely resting on the surface, and I'm going to be marching. So this is going to be up, and I'm going to be down. Now, this one, you can go super slow and make it super easy, or go fast. Up fast, down fast. Up fast, down fast. So these are going to be the few different variations of the exercise for the march. Now, we're going to have a demonstration of putting this noodles deeper in the water for the butt kick. So again, I'm going to be fully submerged. So again, fully submerged, that's going to be the most assistance and core activation. And I'm going to have my palms up. That's going to be the highest level for the hand position in the butt kick. So the butt kick, I'm not sure if that's how well it's going to be captured on film, but I'm pulling back, butt kick, and then going forward. So leg back, bend your knee, and forward. Back. So I'm going to do a little bit faster, and my hamstrings are on fire when I'm doing this. Alright. For the Frankenstein, again, I like to do this with the noodles. Again, I'll have it kind of semi-submerged, but semi-submerged with my hand in the harder position palm up. So I'm kicking forward, back, and forward. So again, forward, all the way, pointing my toes, and I'm going back, getting hip flexor stretch, and then taking a step. So it's a continuous movement. You can just, again, I'm practicing, this is not what I want you to do, just kind of fall forward like this. I want you to go back, forward, all the way. So it's more continuous, forward, back, and step through. So that's what I'd like to see. Again, two birds with one stone with that stretch. Now we have the cowboy. So I think about this, a cowboy is trying to step over some barbed wire. So again, and your hand position can be a little bit different, help you balance as well. So I'll probably do a few towards you, and then I'll walk across the pool. So again, I'm going to be going around, back, and forward. Around and forward, and not falling over. So catch my balance, around and forward. So if I'm not going to use my hand, it's going to be back, around, back, around. Alright, so just for the sake of the camera, I'm just going to have these out of the water, back, around. So again, I'm trying to go as far back, around, and forward as possible. Now I put the noodles in, to help offload my balance. It's much easier counterbalancing with the movement of the noodle. Then, that's forward, now we're going to go backwards. So backwards is going to just be the opposite. Now we're going to be going forward, touch, and then we're going to go around. They're touching, and then going around. Touch, around. Again, don't make fun of me. My motion is not very good in my hips. Alright, up, around, and back. Around, and back. So, then we have walking sideways. So again, I want you to be I'll be in this position first. I'm going to be sitting back a little bit, my weight's on my heels, my toes are pointed forward, and I'm taking side steps to the camera. That's what it's going to look like. Now, let's do a few reps, and I'm putting my butt back. Again, my knees should stay right above my ankles when I'm doing this. I'm taking nice, steady steps going sideways, and I can be fully submerged, or I can actually have some movement. So again, I call this the pencil. We're going to then you go up to starfish. Pencil, starfish. Pencil, starfish. Pencil. So, again, you're going to be doing that one way and then back the other way. And right now I'm demonstrating just one length of the pool. I'd like to have you probably do that for 2 lengths of the pool. So now we're going to do some stretches. So the first stretch we're going to do is a stretch for the front of your thigh here called your quad and hip flexor. So we're going to be standing very close to the wall. We're going to have the pool noodle around your ankle. Again, tuck your tail, legs angle back as far as you can. I feel a nice good stretch. So again, you can move at the hip joint or the knee joint. So the hip joint right here, you're going to move forward. And slowly go back until you feel a nice good stretch. I encourage you when you're doing the stretch, holding it for a breath or 2. So in for 2 seconds through your nose, out for 4 seconds, 2 seconds, out for 4 seconds. And then after that one, you're gonna go forward and then come back. And then the same concept, you can do the same thing. You're gonna feel that nice good stretch, but now instead of moving the hip joint, you're gonna move the knee joint. So we're going down and slowly come back up. I feel a massive stretch in my front of my thigh. I'm gonna hold it for that breath and go down again. So now we're gonna stretch the hamstring with the same. We have a noodle around the ankle, and we're going to have it, again, I'm gonna slowly have it come up. I feel a nice good stretch. Again, I'm tucking my tail. Actually, I wanna puff my chest out to help isolate my pelvis and my hamstring. And I feel a nice good stretch. I do that in for 2 seconds, out for 4 seconds. Do that for a few breaths, and I'm gonna go down fast. And I'm gonna slowly let the noodle try to pull me up. I feel a nice good stretch. Then I'm gonna do that same breathing, a few repetitions of the breathing, and go down fast. All right. Alrighty. Alright, so now we're going to be doing some kicks. First one, I'm doing this out of the water so you can see me. So first we're going to be, again, pretend that I'm in the water. Here, body's nice and straight. We're going to be kicking out to the side and back. Out to the side and back. And then out to the side and back. And out to the side and back. So if you had a clock, it would be 3 o'clock. It would be 4:30. It would be 6 o'clock. Again, 3 o'clock, 4:30, 6 o'clock. Now, if you do the other way, it would be 9 o'clock, 7:30, and then it would be 6. You can probably tell I'm leading with my heel. And then another thing we're going to have is that we're going to progress this to make this harder with a noodle. So put the noodle around. Again, in the water, it's going to be much more difficult out to the side. Then again, you're doing this nice and controlled. Then out to 7:30, and then 6 o'clock. All right. Now, is it still going?
Yeah.
Now, another version I'm going to show outside of the water is going to be in that plank position. So, you're in a good stance like this, and now you do the same concept, but now you have the forward position. We have up, and then down. So again, up and down, out to the side. Again, I'm leading with my heel, and then back. Again, it's going to be out to the side, back, and then we have forward. There we go. So let's practice that in the water. Alright, so I'm just going to instantly put on the noodle. Alright, so with this, I'm standing nice tall, I'm bracing my core, tucking my tail, leading with my heel out to the side, and then back. Out to the side, and back, so you can probably see me a little better. That is 3 o'clock. Yeah, fast, and back. But have a little pause at the very top, and pause at the bottom, and 6 o'clock, and back. And then we do the plank position. Well, I'm kind of down here. My body should be fairly straight from my head, my butt, and my feet. I'm going forward. And I like to resist going up and then go down fast. Up nice and slow and down. And then the same time you can go up nice and slow and back. So if you didn't have the noodle, you'd probably be better going fast and fast, fast and fast. But with the pool noodle, I think it's really nice to have that super slow, feel that nice stretch, and bring it back together. I'm bringing it nice and forward, up and back together. Good. Alright, so this is going to be the step up. So the step up is going to be involving a step, as you probably can tell. So we're going to be stepping up and then going down. It's always probably going to become a little bit different. Kind of going up the true way. I always like to use the opposite handrail. I'm going to go up, and again, this is the easy version. We eventually can go up, all the way up, and then this one, you're barely using your support and going super far down. Again, that's the harder version. Up all the way and super slow down. If you are beginning, like we said before, it could just be up and down. Doing this on both sides until fatigue. And again, if you get 2 sets of 20, you're probably ready for the next level, which is another step up. So going up one more step, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. Alright, so now we're going to do some wall sits. So I love the wall sits. The main reason why I do the wall sit is trying to do an isometric contraction for your quad, turning those muscles on, and then from those muscles being turned on, then we're going to do something with our arms. So we're going to go down into a position again. Right now I'm probably at a 60-degree knee bend. You can go all the way down to a 90-degree knee bend, and in the pool it probably is going to feel pretty good. Your back's going to be nice and flat against the water, or back against the wall. Again, this is where your hand position and the noodle position is going to make a difference. And right here, this is very easy. I'm barely on the surface of the water, but if I'm making it harder, this is semi-submerged, or if I'm fully submerged, then I go forward. Again, super slow is easy. If I go fast, it's much harder. And my hand position, this is the easiest hand position. Now, if I'm flipping my palms up, going fully submerged, this is much harder. And again, this is the whole time while you're doing the wall sit. So now my thighs are starting to burn, while my arms are starting to get tired. So that is out to in. We also can go kind of do more like a punch situation going. And then we also have the kind of the half snow angel going down, and you can slowly come back up or down, or you can go kind of fast. It's up to you. Fly like a bird, whatever way you want to do. And again, while you're doing that, you're doing the wall sit for this whole time. Ready? Mm-hmm. All right, so now we're on the cardio aspect of this, and this is a fun one. So there's 2 types of cardio. There's a steady state cardio, which you can just keep going for a long period of time, or there's going to be all out effort. So I'm going to explain a lot when I'm doing the steady state one, but then I'm not going to try to explain anything for the max effort one. The goal for the steady state one is, again, doing it for as long as possible. Again, the goal eventually is 10 minutes to 15, but again, we're just going to start off with probably 30 seconds today for the video's sake, and then we're going to do the last 5 seconds going to be all out, and hopefully my camera does not get wet. So again, with this, we're going to try to have your hands on the staircase, and we're going to try to get your legs out of the water. I can do this for a long time. The goal is trying to make as much flattening as possible. And now I'm going to go as fast as I can. Alright. If you need to have some support, you can have a noodle underneath your belly, or multiple noodles underneath your belly, to make it easier for you to keep your legs up. The whole goal is getting that splash as much as possible. Now we're going to be going a little bit fast. And I encourage everyone who's doing this, like they've not been gone fast in a long time. So I encourage people to come to the deepest end as possible, to make this as supported as possible. And we're gonna go trying to get up to your collarbone. I think this water is probably just a little bit too shallow for me to be my collarbone, but it's close enough. And we're going to do a progressive run. As I said, run. So we're going to be going back again. I'm going forward with my hand and pulling back. So the goal is trying to get up to about 60%. And then the next one is going to be 70%. You can probably see I'm trying to move a little bit faster. And as you can probably tell, it's going to go faster and faster each time. So 80, 90, and eventually let's do 100. And I don't want to talk right now. It is not fun. So that is the progressive run. You start with a deep and then you go more shallow. And the one thing that is really beneficial for the pool, you have no fears. You don't have to worry about hurting your joints when you're doing running, which is really fun. So you can feel like you can go a little bit faster. Oh, good.
Okay.